The shortened Tissot Superpole Race for the 2023 Pirelli Dutch Round over just 8 laps, and Alvaro Bautista's been beaten out of the traps. It's Jonathan Rea who is the first to show. Toprak Razgatlioglu getting swallowed up. Alex Lowe's coming around the outside of him, but Toprak late on the brakes into Harpok manages to defend third position. It's Rea who leads through the northern loop. Alvaro Bautista already looking for a way back through. Razgatlioglu fending off Lowe's. Axel Bassani in 5th position, so great jump from Axel Bassani who started in P8. Dominic Egerter has also gained a position. Scott Redding, the main loser, he's dropped down into P8 with Iker Lecuona now menacing on his tail, and they're 3 abreast further back down the order. Michael Ruben Rinaldi with a good jump, and he's just moved his way up past Redding. Lecuona got through as well as Bautista fires down the inside of Jonathan Rea. Not quite close enough on this occasion.
Yeah, you can see there the top speed that Bautista has in that run down in towards the end of the back straight, but Jonathan Rea opening lap, able to break deep, carry the line and keep that race lead. Great start from Rinaldi though, like you said, up into the top 10. You've got to get yourself into the top 9 for points, but most importantly, that's your grid position for race 2.
Yes, Rinaldi through on Redding then for P9. Redding trying to respond. Rinaldi, I think, now getting down the inside of Iker Lecuona for 8th position, and he does look to have got track position in front of Lecuona. Lecuona now with the inside as they come through the right-hander at turns 11 and 12, and Lecuona has actually regained that place. Side by side again between Rea and Bautista, and it's Bautista now who occupies that race-leading position. So it took him 8 laps to get through on Jonathan Rea yesterday. It's only taken him 1 here today. Razgatlioglu all out of shape as they came through the chicane to complete lap number 1, but he gets it stopped in time and holds on ahead of Alex Lowe's. Really determined start this from Dominic Egerter as well. Full credit to him. He sits up in P6. Lecuona, Vandermark and Rinaldi, and Gardner and Rea aren't too far off them either, so there's a real group covered by just 3 seconds all the way back and down to the fringes of the top 15. Axel Bassani holds on ahead of Dominic Egerter, and in fact it looked like Andrea Locatelli had leaped in front of Dominic Egerter. Just looking in the background of the shot there, so Locatelli now up to P6 and Dominic Egerter relegated to P7. It's as close as you like between the 2 leaders here on lap 5. Jonathan Rea still stalking his prey. Bautista leads.
Yeah, Rea's just getting on the gas so much earlier than Bautista. He's been held up all the way through the entry and mid-corner from Bautista, but can you get yourself close enough to give yourself that overtaking opportunity? With 3.5 laps to go, he is going to get a chance, probably on the run between 6 down into 7, or maybe down in towards turn 9, into the chicane. Bautista, he's strong through this section of the track. Is Rea going to get close enough to just try and force that move down the inside?
Alvaro Bautista versus Jonathan Rea. We've seen it so many times before, dating back to Bautista's incorporation in this championship in 2019. Rea once again with a brilliant run, coming off turn 18 at the end of lap number 5. The problem is the start-finish straight works in Bautista's favour. He leads it, but by less than 1/10 of a second over the line. Well, Rea said he was giving it everything. He left nothing on the table yesterday in race 1, but that even so, he couldn't manage to do that for the entire race distance, and that Bautista eventually escaped away. There was a small error. We switch back just in time to the fight between Bassani, Locatelli and Egerter, because Locatelli has come through there for P5. Bassani can't quite answer back at this stage of the race. He hasn't got the tools with which to respond. He is slower than the men around him, and Dominic Egerter will fancy his chance of coming past. Keep an eye out for Scott Redding as well from 8th position. He's beginning to close down this trio. This is Michael Ruben Rinaldi. I think that was him just getting the better of Remy Gardner for P12. But Rinaldi himself, well, he's still 2.8 seconds behind the top 9 positions that he needs to improve his grid slot. So down in 16th position, remember, in qualifying. And that's where he looks like he's going to be in race 2 this afternoon. Locatelli has passed Bassani a little bit earlier this time around, and he's escaped away. New personal best lap on the penultimate lap, so 0.6 of a second clear, but Bassani still looking vulnerable to Dominic Egerter. We're watching Michael Vandermark, still hasn't cleared Iker Lecuona. He was close to him in towards turn number 1, but he's not going to have enough time, even if he does get clear for 10th place, to chase down Vierke, who's 1.3 seconds up the road. There is Egerter making the pass on Bassani, so Egerter comes through for 6th position. Bassani relegated to 7th, and Scott Redding might have an opportunity opportunity late on here.
Van der Mark had been in front of Lacona at the start of this lap. Into turn 5, it looked like Lacona managed to come through. And right now for Lacona on the bubble, hoping that something happens in front of him to give him that last points paying position.
Bassani's got back through on Egerter. You could see him flash past in front of Egerter in the background of the shot. The action was always going to be for 6th, 7th and 8th positions in the closing stages. So Bassani putting a bike between himself and Redding. Alvaro Bautista then does it. 8 lap distance in the Tissot Superpole Race, and even the shortened run couldn't stop him from taking yet another checkered flag.